But first, Nike presents NFL Air It Out, where the Air It Out national champions, guys like you and me, take on Brett Favre and other NFL stars. Today on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
The game of football is played at many different levels. In its simplest form, it takes a few friends, a patch of grass, a ball and two flags around your waist. At the highest level, it is a sports spectacle, seen in grand arenas and played by elite athletes. Today, the two games are brought together as the NFL's best take off the helmets and pads and take on the top guns of flag football. The pristine grounds of Disney's Wide World of Sports complex in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, where competition in more than 30 different sports takes place on a daily basis throughout the year. Today, 4-on-4 flag football takes center stage as Nike presents NFL Air It Out. Hi, everybody. I'm Terry Gannon. It's the ultimate dream for any weekend warrior. Get your friends together, form a team, compete for a national championship, go down to Disney World for a week, and then earn a right to take on some of the best from the NFL. And this is the 5th annual Air It Out competition. More than 1,500 teams began play throughout the entire country. 28 made it here to Walt Disney World, and just moments ago, a team representing the San Diego Chargers was crowned the national champs. Their prize now, if you want to call it that, they get to challenge Brett Favre, the 3-time MVP of the NFL, and a group of stars. With me is Todd Blackledge. You and I have been to this event. Right. It's always fun to watch the NFL guys come out here relaxed. They're out here to have a good time. Once the game starts, though, the mood changes.
It really does. They come here thinking, well, it's a PR assignment. I'll sign some autographs, wear my sunglasses. But then they watch the championship game of the amateurs, and their eyes get a little bigger. They step on the field and start playing. Their eyes get even bigger, and then their competitive juices take over. These guys compete for a living. They don't like to lose, and they don't like to get embarrassed.
They don't like to lose no matter what the sport is. And a couple of years ago, it did happen. The amateurs defeated the NFL stars. And in many ways, the amateurs have an advantage in that there are different skills involved in this game.
Well, this is a unique game. I mean, it's 4-on-4 flag football. You're playing on a smaller field. The guy who rushes the passer starts from 7 yards off. And these amateurs play this year-round. They've got designed plays and playbooks. These NFL guys are together for the first time, so it takes them a while to get a feel for the game. But once they do, the skill level of the NFL players really comes into play, and they're right in the ball game.
Well, working with us is Leslie Visser, who's with the quarterback of the NFL stars.
Well, here's a man who always plays football with an air-it-out mentality, Brett Favre. Brett, what would your strategy be today?
I don't know if I really have one. I haven't talked it over with the guys, but I assume that my guys can outrun and outjump the other guys, so I'll throw it up and let them go get it.
Well, Antonio was saying that he told Wayne and Aeneas and Jimmy Smith that you throw fireballs.
Well, I do, but it's been 2 months since I've thrown a ball, so I've probably lost a little velocity on it.
What about defense?
Thank God I don't have to play. I wore my tennis shoes. They tell me all I had to do was drop back and throw, so pretty fortunate today.
Did you scout this team at all?
No, but I hear they're pretty good. At least that's what they're saying themselves.
Well, we'll look for you on offense, not defense. Thanks,
okay.
Brett.
All right, Leslie.
Leslie, you can only wear those shoes on offense. Good crowd here. We mentioned that moments ago the national championship game took place. Let's take you back now and take a look at that game. It matched a team representing the Green Bay Packers and a group of guys representing the San Diego Chargers. The first half dominated by defense.
Yeah, there were a lot of near misses in that first half of play. This one just barely called out of bounds.
Finally, it was the Packers who drew first blood on the scramble and the touchdown pass. They led 7-0. But the Chargers came back quickly in the second half, striking right back with his touchdown catch, but missed the extra point, so they trailed 7-6.
Football's a game of inches. This time, quarterback Kelly Cohn barely eludes the sack and is able to find his man deep in the end zone for a touchdown. This time, the extra point good, 13-7. Green Bay would come back. A little trickery, pulling out all the stops here. A nice touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone. Extra point, no good. Game tied at 13.
Those extra points, toughest part of the game so far. The clock winding down. Charger quarterback Kelly Cohn scrambles deep into Packer territory. It sets up the next play.
NFL quarterback or amateur quarterback, you can't do it any better than that.
The winning play, a diving catch in the end zone, and it's San Diego who wins 20-13 to capture the championship. Well, the Packers coming so close, got to hurt even more.
Well, you can see how serious this game is to these guys. They want to win very badly.
So the Air It Out national champions of 1998, the team representing the San Diego Chargers. All they have to do now is take on Brett Favre and a group of NFL stars. That when we return to Walt Disney World. Welcome back to Disney's Wide World of Sports Complex. A group of NFL stars earlier this morning. This was the scene with some kids from the Osceola County schools getting a taste of what training camp is like. I have a feeling two-a-days are a little bit harder than this.
6 months before the championship game, Air It Out, the NFL's 4-on-4 touring flag football tournament, kicked off its season with over 60,000 participants in 30 cities, all starting with a football and a dream. Kids, women, families, and top-flight athletes, Air It Out is for everyone.
We consider this to be like the ultimate flag football tournament.
You know, once you get here and know you're going to play against the top teams in the country, it's a great feeling.
To have these tournaments sponsored by the NFL and have them in all the various cities and bring everybody here for what is a true national championship. You want to be the best if you're a businessman or in any other aspect of life, and that's what we shoot for.
Air It Out competition is divided into 4 divisions, each taking into account both age and ability. The youth division is for children between the ages of 8 and 16. The co-ed division features both women's and co-ed teams. Then there's the armchair division for those taking a more casual, fun approach to the game. And of course, the talented Top Gun division.
You get, these good teams out there, and all of a sudden the competitive juices start flowing again. It's just, it's within you.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be able to be in your 30s and be able to compete at a real high level, and it's still fun.
The NFL has made it easy for everyone to share the exciting Air It Out experience.
Basically, we're all ultimate warriors. I mean, we look for anything we can to do on the weekend, anything outside of work. I mean, we all have our families, we all have our jobs. This is something just to relieve stress, relieve pressure, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
For the 28 regional winners and their families, Air It Out meant a chance to compete for a national championship and to meet their NFL heroes.
As long as I can walk, I'll probably play in this little tournament. This is a good one.
You can get more information by calling 1-800-NFL-SNAP.
So 6 months ago, teams from all over the country began thinking about this moment. Let's meet the starting lineups. The team representing San Diego. You don't have to live in San Diego. This is a team of guys actually from Palo Alto, from the Bay Area of California, but they did win the tournament in San Diego. The quarterback, Kelly Cohn, 31 years old.
Wayne Chrebet, number 80 from the New York Jets.
Wayne Chrebet has to be an inspiration to all football players, a beat-all-the-odds kind of guy out of Hofstra University, now one of the best clutch receivers in the NFL.
From San Diego, number 2, Andy Cohn.
Andy Cohn, the twin brother of Kelly Cohn and his favorite target. He played a little football at San Jose State.
Number 35 from the Arizona Cardinals, Aeneas Williams.
One of the best cornerbacks in all of the NFL. Aeneas Williams has been selected to the Pro Bowl 4 consecutive years.
From San Diego, number 3, Rich Anderson.
Rich Anderson, also from Palo Alto, in fact, a teammate in high school at Gunn High School of the Cones.
NFL All-Stars, NFL MVP, number 4 from the Packers, Brett Favre.
Make that 3-time NFL MVP. It's no coincidence that the Green Bay Packers have been one of the best in the NFL because of the development of Brett Favre.
For San Diego, number 4, John Braff.
John Braff, these guys have played a little football. Braff, an All-American back in 1988 at St. Mary's College.
Stars number 86 of the Packers, Antonio Freeman.
Don't hurt him.
Every quarterback has a favorite target. For Brett Favre, it's this guy, Antonio Freeman.
For San Diego, number 5, Mike Gregory.
Gregory from San Jose played football at the University of California, Davis.
Number 82 from the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jimmy Smith.
Pro Bowl performer last year, the go-to guy for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So we're set for the national champions versus the NFL stars. Here are the rules. You get 3 plays to cross midfield. Then you get a first down. 3 plays to score from there. All players are eligible receivers. A quarterback cannot run the ball unless there is some type of handoff in the backfield. The man rushing the quarterback starts 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. And you get 6 points for a touchdown, 1 and 2 point conversions available. That's San Diego's ball starting at their own 5-yard line. After a first down pass was incomplete, it brings up second down. Kelly Cohn back to pass. Going deep on second down right off the bat, trying for 7.
Well, a lot of adrenaline flowing playing against these NFL guys. A little too much juice on that one. He'll get those nerves settled down and get the ball on target soon.
No, that's all right. Go run away. I knew that wasn't it. Hard slant right, hard slant right.
Hey, we'll freak him out.
Nerves and wind. A lot of wind today at Walt Disney World. It may be tough to go deep. Put that ball up in the air. Brings up third down. Remember, you get 3 downs to cross midfield to get a first down. Cohn back to pass out of his own end zone. Got his brother up the near sideline. Andy Cohn with a big gain, finally brought down by Jimmy Smith. But hold on, there's a flag on the play.
That's his pattern.
A yellow flag, not a blue or a red flag. This is really a ticky-tack call. Richie Anderson's going to come across the middle. It's a simple crossing route, which you do in this game. They're going to call him right here for an illegal pick. That must be a defensive-minded official because offensive guys, we call that a rub, not a pick.
Block on the offense, half the distance to the goal.
Well, Tom White, the veteran NFL referee, so the amateurs won't argue with him. When's the last time you saw that called in the NFL, though?
Well, they call it down around the end zone some, but that one there was there wasn't much contact there. That was just a good crossing route.
John, corner right, okay. You got it deep out to the left. Give me a stop. Short.
So they bring it back. Still third down.
Yeah.
The national champions trying to cross midfield to get a first.
Set, go.
Cohn on the scramble again. Throws on the run and overthrown. They had Braff down there wide open, but again, maybe the wind, maybe a little nerves taking over. Antonio Freeman pumped up early. The NFL stars take over on offense. The men in the sneakers leading the way when we come back.
We were watching this.
Let's go. Get past first half field. Then we get another quick. If they play off, outside guys run slant.
Back at NFL Air It Out, the NFL stars trying to figure out the rules at this point. This game is tough enough without trying to figure those out as you're playing.
Yeah, it'll take them a few series to get used to the game.
Favre to throw on first down, batted down. Mike Gregory, a defensive specialist. I'm not sure you want to rub it in against Brett Favre, though.
Well, you better make sure you got your hands up, because if you get hit in the head by a Brett Favre pass, old Mike may not wake up till next week sometime.
So it brings up second down for the NFL.
How about some comebacks? Comebacks? You work on this middle lane. How long? I work on the middle. I don't know, about 10, Jim. Set, hut.
Second down. Favre in the end zone. Scrambles and goes down. Gregory gets him in the end zone. It's a safety. And again, the celebration from the 28-year-old from San Jose.
Well, the shoe's really becoming a factor for Brett Favre. Let's take another look at the sack. Mike Gregory got that drill sergeant look. Watch him. He's got the good balance, good body control, and the feet go right out from under Favre.
Let's check in with Leslie right now.
Brett, what kind of first series was that?
It was not very good. I think I need to change it in my cleats.
You know, the first pass was batted.
First pass was bad. He did a good job because they had 2 guys. Oh, great catch. But, yeah, I hit the first pass was bad. He did a good job. We'll come back.
So you're putting on the cleats?
Putting on the cleats right now.
Here we go. Rich post corner.
A terrific catch on that previous play by Andy Cohn. That could impress Brett Favre on the sideline.
Kind of shaker.
So Jimmy Smith getting ready to rush the passer. First down for the national champions inside the NFL territory. Cohn under pressure. Caught by Rich Anderson. The diving catch right in front of Wayne Chrebet. But there is a flag down.
Jimmy Smith is going to rush the quarterback, but he doesn't remember you can't rush from the line of scrimmage. You have to be back here at 7 yards off the ball before you can come after the quarterback, therefore the penalty against the NFL.
On the defense, that's a 10-yard penalty and a first down.
So the ball will move even further into NFL territory. They'll explain the rules to Jimmy Smith, who's been here before and knows that the NFL guys have fun, but at some point they get serious too.
We're professionals. When we play football, this is what we do. We don't want to come out here on national TV and get embarrassed by some amateurs. But, you know, they're very good at what they do, too. And this is like the Super Bowl for these guys.
Well, Jimmy Smith knows what the Super Bowl is, as he owns 2 rings from his days with the Cowboys. Now the Jaguars' go-to receiver, Smith remembers his beginnings in the game.
I played touch football, two-hand touch football, which is just like flag. You know, we couldn't afford the flags back then, so we had to do what we had.
During a Pro Bowl season in '97, Smith emerged as one of the NFL's best pass catchers. But here at Air It Out, Jimmy has to play on both sides of the ball.
Playing defensive back is tough. And I have a lot of respect for those guys that are trying to stop guys like myself and Antonio.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, the good news is Jimmy doesn't have to cover himself. Right now they're trying to stop the national champions, which has been a challenge.
Brett Favre finally getting serious, putting on football shoes. Those other things look like shuffleboard shoes or bowling shoes.
Let's go to Leslie.
Coming in here, did you feel like you guys play this game, you have the advantage?
Yes, we do. I mean, this is our house because they're not used to the formations or different style of plays and stuff. But, you know, it's a little different than getting hit by a, 250-pound, 300-pound lineman or linebacker. So a little different.
Well, hang in. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Hurry up. You're going to juke me big time.
Well, the amateurs on the move now inside NFL territory. They hand it back to Kelly Cohn, the quarterback, and he can run. Once it's handed off, he can scramble. Going to get to the end zone. 8-0 Chargers.
One of the problems for the NFL in a game like this, you got offensive guys trying to play defense, not used to rushing a quarterback, breaking down, trying to grab for a flag.
I got a corner on my foot, that's why.
This is a game built for speed and quickness. Watch Kelly Cohn, the quick feet and the swivel hips, eluding Chrebet, and then he's going to elude Freeman on his way to the end zone.
Well, it's tough to have quick feet when you have corns on them, too.
If you have to, stop and go back right. Yeah, and then go right.
So the national champions now going for the point after. From the 5-yard line, the 1-point conversion. The 2-point is from the 12. Cohn with time to the corner of the end zone. Braff with a catch. So it is 9-0, and the amateurs have jumped out right from the start on the NFL stars. Jimmy Smith with a smile on his face. We saw the relaxed atmosphere, and you mentioned, Todd, earlier that the NFL guys come out, kind of take it half seriously, and then they get serious at some point.
Yeah, at some point it becomes a real challenge to them, and their competitive juices take over. Let's see how the NFL guys approach it right now.
So far, Favre has thrown an incomplete pass. He's been sacked for a safety, and now he throws an interception. Kelly Cohn with a diving interception. What an awful start for Brett Favre. He even had to change his shoes at one point.
Maybe it's not the shoes that was the problem. Actually, this time, real miscommunication between Favre and Wayne Chrebet. He's expecting Chrebet to break off the route. Chrebet goes deep down the middle of the field, and Kelly Cohn making a bid for MVP in this ball game so far.
3-time MVP
watch motion.
in the NFL hasn't translated so far. It's NFL Air It Out. So the amateurs take over, leading 9-0. Inside midfield. Cohn under pressure, going up top. Broken up by Jimmy Smith.
Here's what I was talking about, Terry. Take a look at Jimmy Smith's face. A little more seriousness right now. These guys know they're trailing 9-0. They don't want to let this game get out of hand right now.
Middle curl. Okay, you give me a 7-yard hitch. Okay. John, dance around.
Now, as we mentioned, the amateurs who have played for some 6 months now, and actually this group has played together for years, they've got a full playbook. on second down. In and out of the hands of Andy Cohn in the end zone. Aeneas Williams with the coverage. We've certainly seen him do that many times in his NFL career. A 4-time Pro Bowl selection. Aeneas Williams of the Arizona Cardinals has turned his childhood dreams into reality.
I can remember going to sleep at night, throwing the football up in the bed and fall forward as if I was getting the first down and cheer and go, wow, yeah.
Now a defensive star in the NFL, Williams owes a lot to the game of flag football.
Flag football I did in college because I didn't start playing football again until my junior year in college. And what kept that excitement going was playing flag football.
So Aeneas Williams returning to his roots today with a game of NFL Air It Out. Trying to stop the national champions at this point, though. It brings up third down. The amateurs leading 9-0. They've dominated to this point.
Oh, yeah. Good play.
Broken up by Antonio Freeman.
You know, one thing these amateurs are not used to is how quickly these NFL guys can break on the football. They're starting to get a feel for the game.
Time to get something started. The NFL taking over on offense when we return.
I didn't know that. Aeneas, you want some lunch? You straight? Now's the time.
Back at Disney's Wide World of Sports complex, right next to our field where the game is going on, kids can get involved with the NFL experience.
Yeah, this is really a pretty neat thing for kids. Really culminates at the end of the football season, a 4-day mega event at the Super Bowl. The NFL experience exposing the great game of football to all kind of kids.
And some other kids right now. In NFL Air It Out, the NFL stars have gone the entire first half. Closing in on the end of the first half, they have yet to score. On first down, Wayne Chrebet with a catch near midfield. So a completion for Favre. He struggled so far.
Yeah, that time he did a nice job eluding the rush, buying himself a little time and making the nice throw to Wayne Chrebet. And the NFL really needs to try to get something going, get some rhythm, some continuity going in this game.
I'll move around, make something happen.
We need a score, fellas.
Other side?
They are.
Jimmy,
I saw them earlier.
You go to that side. Y'all do this. You and what's that? You go to that corner over there. No.
I think at halftime they're going to have to draw some plays up on a card or something. Have a better way of communicating what they want to do.
Going back to the old neighborhood, go to the third trash can, take a left. Favre to throw on second down. Under pressure and off his back foot, incomplete. Aeneas Williams, the intended receiver, but well covered in the end zone.
That didn't quite work the way we wanted it. That didn't quite work the way we wanted it.
No, free.
I laid it up.
So it brings up second down. We'll see what Favre comes up with here. He's trying to work out his flags at this point.
He's got all kind of equipment problems in this game, no question.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy, when he snaps it, come behind me, and I'll take off from the sidelines. Just move around, try to get somebody open. We'll all go.
We're going to get it there.
Say that.
Jimmy Smith under pressure this time from Gregory. And again broken up. Almost caught by Favre, actually off the fingertips of Aeneas Williams.
Not a very high percentage play. If I'm the NFL, I don't want anybody but Brett Favre throwing the football here. They try to get Favre on a little trick play. Jimmy Smith throwing the football, and he puts it up there, gives his guys a chance to make the play, but another incompletion.
And actually, Chrebet and Favre had a chance to make that catch.
You got to go line, you come this way. I get to go line and go that way. You come that way. I go which way? Start on this side. As soon as you hit the goal line, break. Okay.
I'm going to aim to get back in.
Where we at here?
So things haven't worked under Favre. Now Wayne Chrebet is going to make up the play.
A lot of CEOs in that huddle right now.
Favre to throw. Gregory again pressuring him off his back foot, and this one's incomplete. Little underthrown to Jimmy Smith this time.
Well, Brett Favre has an extremely strong arm, and he can make a lot of throws when he's off balance or off his back foot, but not able to get enough on that one.
Out of breath as well. The entire first half, the NFL stars have yet to get to the end zone. San Diego on top, 9-0. Welcome back as Nike presents NFL Air It Out. We are at halftime. San Diego, the amateurs, leading the NFL stars 9-0. For the NFL players, football, of course, is their occupation. For the amateurs, it's time away from their occupation. The SOAR Clinic in Northern California is where you'll find Kelly Cohn when he's not on a football field. The clinic specializes in sports medicine, and Kelly, an X-ray technologist, is an integral part of that team.
Playing in Air It Out, it's necessary to play as a team, and I'm able to take that same attitude to work.
Kelly works under the San Francisco 49ers team doctor, Dr. Michael Dillingham.
We're dealing with high caliber athletes. I know how they're feeling. You know, a lot goes into it more than just the pain. There's the mental aspect of actually having to miss part of the season or a full season or even 2 years. And I can understand how they're feeling, and I think I can relate to them in that way.
It's a comfort zone or comfort level that you have with him, you know, because you can ask him some questions. And, you know, we're athletes and we're dealing with injuries, and I think he has a really keen insight into that when you come in and visit with him.
The most gratifying thing is helping a patient, leading them on to the doctor, and then fixing them and see him walk out with a smile and appreciation. To see him walk out without that limp or without that grimace of pain, and that is as rewarding as throwing a touchdown pass.
To many of the athletes at Air It Out, flag football is not just a game, it's a way of life. For Troy McConnell, he focuses his daily regimen on staying in shape to play flag football.
I don't do heavy weights, but I do a little bit of everything. And I feel like I get, you know, enough from that to, you know, keep that edge.
With his physique and chiseled profile, you might think that this Louisiana State trooper has a Dirty Harry style, but Troy McConnell walks a slightly different beat.
I'm a Louisiana State troop. I'm assigned to the charitable gaming division, which is part of our gaming enforcement section. I'm going to look at the accountability forms, look at the worker logs, and things like that, and just to make sure that they're complying with our gaming rules.
070, 068, I-28.
I enjoy my work. It's an honest living, but you know, my first love is playing flag football.
They come from all walks of life. The lucky ones right now, the team representing San Diego, and they're up 9-0 as the second half begins. See what the NFL comes up with here to get things going. Favre on first down to Wayne Chrebet, complete. Nice way to open up the second half.
I think it's important for Brett Favre to get in a rhythm right now. The NFL guys know how the game's played. They're comfortable with the style. Get the ball in the hands of these guys who can make something happen.
For the Jets' star receiver, Wayne Chrebet, flag football is nothing new.
Hey, we'll stay short. Go up high for it.
And I played flag football for a long time, you know, growing up in the boys club and, you know, playing out in the street. But I didn't start playing tackle until my sophomore year in high school, so I got a pretty good background in this. Hopefully I do well out there.
A free agent out of college, Wayne Chrebet had more receptions, 150 in his first 2 seasons, than any player in NFL history. Chrebet has excelled at every level and has a great love for the game of football.
I think any program, you know, with people, whether they're just starting or holding on to, you know, their athletic careers, just for them to get a chance to go out there and play, I think it's great.
If you watch Wayne Chrebet on a Sunday afternoon, you realize his passion for the game is real.
The NFL opening up the second half with a completion. And now Favre to throw, going deep this time. To the end zone, Jimmy Smith with a catch inside the end line. The NFL finally gets on the board.
Brett Favre starting to find his stride right now. Jimmy Smith lost his pants, but he didn't lose the football, was able to hold on for a touchdown.
So Favre had the problem with his shoes. Now Jimmy Smith has a problem with his pants.
One thing Favre doesn't have a problem with is throwing the ball downfield. Again, we see the strength of his arm off his back foot. Perfect throw to the back of the end zone, and great concentration by Jimmy Smith and awareness of where that end line is. Keep his feet in for the touchdown.
So it's 9-6 right now. The NFL coming back, and they've decided to try for the 2-point conversion. So they'll have to go from the 12-yard line instead of the 5.
Move around, Wayne. Make him. Hand this to me.
Hey, I'm gonna come. Which side you gonna be on?
And Brett Favre is going to handle the snapping duties now with Jimmy Smith as quarterback. They've tried this once before. It didn't work. Now from the 12 for the 2-point conversion. Smith with loads of time. And incomplete. Couldn't get it to Favre.
Brett Favre Didn't come back to the football very well that time. But again, why take the ball out of Brett Favre's hand? Let him throw that thing, not Jimmy Smith.
And you was the double guy.
I'm going in. I'm blitzing.
I got two.
But at least there are points on the scoreboard now for the NFL.
Watch that cross.
So it's 9-6 as the amateurs take over.
Take it.
Rich Anderson takes the handoff in the end zone. Can't get away from Wayne Chrebet. Chrebet got his flag. So that will go as a safety.
Well, we see the great hands of Wayne Chrebet pay off in another way. We've seen him catch the football, but watch the quickness of his hands get this outside flag of Richie Anderson. What a great play. Full extension by Wayne Chrebet. 2 safeties in the ball game now.
Chrebet barely getting a piece of the flag. Anderson never knew it was on the ground. We will step away. Back come the NFL stars to make things interesting.
Boycott Spike.
Disney World last night at the All-Star Cafe, a party including Brett Favre. Fans got a chance to chat with him, get an autograph or two.
You know, I bet he had those same gym shoes on, too, at the party that he tried to start the game with today.
They worked a whole lot better at the All-Star Cafe. 9-8, San Diego on top of the NFL stars, who started very slowly but have come out with fireworks in the second half. Favre to throw now on first down. Throws a rocket, and he has Chrebet. Chrebet to the end zone. He has 6.
Terry, this throw is vintage Brett Favre. No back foot on this one. I mean, he does a great job of eluding the rush and getting himself reset to make the strong throw to Chrebet. Watch the little move right here to elude Mike Gregory, then plants the back foot and rips it downfield. Just a perfect throw to Wayne Chrebet.
Only a bullet could have gotten through right between 2 defenders, and a nifty move by Chrebet once he caught the ball.
Yeah, good concentration by Chrebet, too. Those balls like that coming that hard are not that easy to catch.
So it's 14-9 now. The NFL stars have taken the lead for the first time. The slow start, but it's been a great opening to the second half.
Yes, baby.
They went for 2 earlier in the game and didn't get it. Now they'll go from the 5-yard line for 1. And it's underthrown. Chrebet going backwards, can't hold on this time.
Tough catch to make when you're running that fast across the field. That ball needs to be out in front. But again, Brett Favre with a good touchdown throw, a little behind Chrebet on that one.
Good breaker, good blitz.
And now the tables are turned. It's up to the amateurs, who led throughout the entire first half. They're trying to come back now. Kelly Cohn to throw from his own end zone. Up the far sideline. That's well underthrown. Jimmy Smith actually had the best chance to catch that ball.
Hey, want to have Brett rush one? Have Brett rush the quarterback one.
Uh-oh.
Rush the quarterback.
This will be a twist. Brett Favre coming in to rush the quarterback.
Hey, we got a weak link coming on the field.
Now, he told Leslie at the top of the show that he would not play defense.
Honestly, I can't throw that.
Yeah. Well, this is an oxygen replacement right now, because these other guys playing defense are doing all the running. They want Brett to come in and take his fair share.
So Favre 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. There he comes. Overthrown, and a lot to do with the rush of Brett Favre, perhaps. Maybe he's got a future.
Rush. He didn't shy away from it at all. Came right in, went vertical, forced the high throw.
Hey, the crosses need to be deeper. Well, on a cross, I can't. Well, we got to go with the same.
We got to rush him. I got it.
You can just see the momentum really shifting in this game. The NFL guys feeling much more comfortable with how the game is played and starting to take control.
Third down, number 4 to rush again. This time he gets there. He gets the flag, the third safety of the day. They're going to hear about this for a while.
They can't stop us. It was just a matter of time.
You know, you see what kind of an athlete Brett Favre is. We know he's a great quarterback. He's got the strong arm. But watch how he breaks down here and moves his feet, keeps his concentration. That's just good athleticism by Brett Favre.
You got a little taste of defense there? You like it?
Well, I got a safety. It's my first safety ever that I was on the, what do you call it, not the receiving end of it.
Yes.
So, yeah, I finally got, yeah, exactly. So.
And so what, you enjoyed defense so much you had to play it on the sideline?
Yeah, you got to do something. I tell you, I'm a little out of shape.
Yeah,
Hope Mike's not watching.
kind of winded.
I'm a little winded. It's been 2 months since I've done anything.
Why don't you have a seat?
Brett Favre capped off last season by winning the Most Valuable Player award, becoming the only three-time MVP in the history of the National Football League, and he's won it 3 years in a row. He's also known for his fun-loving style of play.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun. That's the way I play the game. It's big plays and good plays for our team, so I'm going to continue to play that way.
Favre believes that the Air It Out program is a great way to introduce fans to the game he loves.
I think the NFL has done a great job of reaching out to younger people. We always hear more women now are watching football, and obviously kids love it. So, I mean, it's a game that's reaching out to everyone.
Great way to reach out to fans. Right now, Brett Favre maybe reaching out for some oxygen, breathing very heavily and getting no rest. After the safety, he goes right back on offense.
I'm tired. Yeah, why did they do that? I'm tired. We won't you can't blame him.
Brett going back to work. Along the sidelines, broken up nicely. Rich Anderson timed it well.
Favre didn't have as much mustard on that ball as he normally would have, but credit Rich Anderson for timing this and breaking on the football. Nice break to the inside of Freeman. If he squats on that route, look for Brett to try to go by him, maybe a little hitch and go or something to take advantage of that aggressiveness.
Hey, the slant. That's what I should have got you with.
Second down, Favre with the pump fake, throws a rocket over the middle. And no one could have caught that. Aeneas Williams didn't have much of a chance.
Well, that's exactly what they tried to do there, Terry. Brett knew that they jumped on that last short route, and that time they tried to go a hitch and go, a little pump fake, but Aeneas Williams couldn't come down with the football.
You want to go this way? I'm going straight. Yeah, to the right.
Stand on the 50.
Hey, do you want me to do a stutter on the half?
See, this is the tough part about this game. If you don't convert on first or second down, you have to get a big chunk of yardage on third down just to get yourself a couple more plays.
Favre under pressure, throws over the middle. Chrebet is there, but this one's picked off. Kelly Cohn with his second interception of the day. You don't think he'll tell his friends about this, do you?
For many years to come, Brett really trying to get a first down here, just threw this one up for grabs. Result, INT.
Well, third and long was set up by the fine play of Rich Anderson. He's with Leslie now.
Rich, a great play on Antonio Freeman. Is he hard to stay with?
Yeah, he's very hard to stay with. He's really quick, great hands. He's a great athlete. I think I got lucky on that play. Brett just looked, he didn't look him off at all. He looked right where he was throwing it.
What's it like out there? Any trash talking?
No, it's kind of quiet. They do hold a lot, though.
We'll let the commissioner know.
Yeah, thanks.
They made us get serious.
There you go, there you go. They didn't think they're going to be working on her.
At first we came here to have fun, then they start talking trash.
Why'd they do that, right?
Yeah, why'd they do that?
Why'd they do that?
We were on vacation till they start talking trash.
It's the Pigskin Classic, live today at 2:30 Eastern on ABC. Nike presents NFL Air It Out. This ABC Sports presentation brought to you by Nike and Sprint, the official telecommunications provider to the NFL.
Back at Walt Disney World, the NFL stars leading 16-9, so time beginning to run out for the amateur national champions. They led 9-0, but the NFL has come roaring back in the second half.
Set, go.
First down for San Diego. Cohn throwing complete out to Rich Anderson. Still in bounds. And finally stopped by Antonio Freeman.
Like a little mirror drill on the sideline. Just keep that receiver in front of you and go wherever he goes.
Freeman and the NFL stars started slowly, but have certainly found their rhythm in the second half.
As professionals, as we approach the game, we kind of wait for the game to get going before we actually step it up to that next level. We want to be challenged, and you know, there's no doubt that the amateurs are going to come out, and this is big-time stuff for them. So we've got to approach it the same way and not get embarrassed out there. That's the main thing.
Antonio Freeman has become a big play receiver for the Green Bay Packers. As Brett Favre's favorite target, he knew that Favre would be bringing heat in Air It Out.
I just got to make sure that Brett Favre doesn't throw me any of those fireballs that he's accustomed to throwing. I told Jimmy and Aeneas to get ready. So we all have our gloves on, and we got to watch number 4 because he gets tricky back there.
You get blisters on your fingers catching them from Brett Favre.
Whichever way he's playing you. Just run away from him.
Bring on back, bring on back.
The Amateurs trying to come back late in the second half now. First down as they cross midfield on that reception by Anderson. To the end zone, in and out of the hands of John Braff. Jimmy Smith may have gotten a piece.
Yeah, this was really a good throw by Kelly Cohn, but I think Jimmy Smith did get a hand in here. Let's take a look and see. Again, throwing to the corner of the end zone. Yeah, he got his hand in there right at the end of the play. Good quickness by Jimmy Smith.
Get in there, Free. Yeah, John. That's all right. Do the corner left again. Okay, good. You guys are hitching. I'm going to pump him. He's going to slant in. So stay on your hitch. Yeah, no look.
You know, the communication still is so much better for the Amateurs. They're used to this game. They're used to calling the plays.
Go. 2:08 and running. This is a running clock now, so not much time left at all. As Cohn flushed out by Favre, got a man wide open. Gregory on the far sideline. He's going to waltz into the end zone.
Terry, I'm going to tell you what happened on this play. Normally when a quarterback scrambles, receivers adjust and move with the quarterback. But Gregory didn't. He stayed right at home. And watch Cohn. Didn't even look where he was throwing. He knew his guy would be there waiting for the football. Well-executed play by the Amateurs.
So Mike Gregory will strut his stuff again like he did in the first half after getting the safety. But 1:32 in running now. 16-15, and the Amateurs have chosen to go for 1. They're going to try to tie it up and take it to overtime.
Going for the safer bet. 12 yards is hard to convert.
So this could be the game.
No!
Braff, did he hold on? It's ruled incomplete. He caught it at the end, but the ball may have hit the ground.
Well, it must have been a good call because Braff was not getting up arguing. There you see right there, the ball did hit the ground before it popped up. Good call by the officials.
Here we go.
Hey, so close to a completion. And now it's up to the NFL to run out the last 54 and rolling. Smith caught near midfield. Not a first down yet, though. And the clock continues to run.
Second out, man, 2. Oh, y'all just going to take all my things,
Well, if this was a regular season game, Mike Holmgren would have Brett Favre take a knee right now. And let's get out of here with the W. But this is a different animal right now.
I'm almost there. Just start right there.
So 30 and counting, and this should do it. The clock shouldn't stop at this point, even on an incomplete pass. There's Chrebet catching another bullet from Favre and getting out of bounds.
Another perfect strike by Brett off his back foot. And that really should end the ball game.
The Amateurs out of timeouts right now. But the NFL's going to call one.
Not how you play the game. That's not true. It's whether you win or lose.
I think they would have milked this for all it's worth. They're going to give the Amateurs one more opportunity to try to rub it in, maybe.
Or one more chance to score for the NFL guys.
Straight up in the air. That's the worst pass you're ever going to see Brett Favre throw in his career. And it's intercepted, but time runs out. And it's the NFL who will win this one. So with a change of shoes, Brett Favre, the NFL stars, wins 16-15, and it came down to a missed extra point for the Amateurs.
Yeah, neither team did a very good job converting extra points. The smiles are back on the faces of the NFL guys, but there were some nervous moments, particularly in the first half, but they were able to get it done when it counted.
And if you're on the losing end, at least you can get Brett Favre's autograph. For Leslie Visser and Todd Blackledge, I'm Terry Gannon. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Nike Presents NFL Air It Out. So long, everybody.